Hello friends. Before we continue with this video, I would briefly like to explain the rules of this game. Weirdest Rep has prepared Milo big balls with 10 different scenarios, in which 2 characters from various sources, such as television shows, comics, etc. are matched together in a hypothetical fight to the death. Milo big balls is to analyze the pairing and determine a winner. Weirdest Rep has also selected a winner for each pairing. If Milo big balls chooses the correct character to be the winner, he is awarded a point. However, if he fails to do so, he can argue his reasoning in hopes of persuading Weirdest Rep. If he successfully changes Weirdest Rep's mind, he is given his point. Thank you all for watching my video. We are going to have fun today. We are friends. You are my friends. This is all. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the Game Again YouTube channel. Roll the intro.
Alright, the first one we got is a classic one, a pretty easy one too. Omni-Man versus Homelander. Milo, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, yeah, for this first matchup, I mean, it's pretty obvious. You know, Omni-Man, Homelander, I mean, pretty much, I'd say pretty much every character, you know, in the Invincible universe is stronger than anyone in the Boys universe. I mean, I really think the Boys universe has, like, the least strong characters. I mean, just relatively, obviously. Because, I mean, obviously, you know, they got more powerful characters. I mean, their characters... What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that in the Boys universe, like, everyone... I mean, obviously, they got strong heroes, right? But I think just compared to, you know, you compare it to DC, Marvel... Obviously, Invincible, like anything like that, the Boys probably is going to have the weakest heroes of the bunch. So, I mean, for this reason, I'd have to say Omni-Man pretty easily.
You are correct. Omni-Man does win this pretty easily.
Easy.
I believe both creators of both, like Robert Kirkman, who made Invincible, and then the person who made The Boys, they both confirmed that Omni-Man would destroy him. So, yeah. Next up, this one's a bit trickier. Season 1 mark, so not the current one, him in Season 1 versus Homelander.
I'm still going to say Season 1 for this one.
Really?
Oh, no difference. You know what I'm saying? No difference. I think he's too strong. I mean, I know he gets his butt kicked in, like, every episode, but, I mean, come on now. Come on. I mean, you look at the shit that Season 1 Invincible can do. Like, in the first episode, he is throwing a baseball across the entire world, you know? I don't think Homelander could do anything of that caliber. Even, we're at Season 4 in The Boys now. I think we're Season 4. I would say that, you know, Invincible takes that absolutely no challenge.
So there has actually been discussion about this and a lot more. I'm on the boat that Homelander actually wins this. It is situational because, again, if you take into account Season 2 or 3 mark, obviously Homelander's going to lose. He is training that whole time. But Season 1, he's less prone to violence. The reason Battle Beast actually, you know, beat Mark is because he didn't want to kill him. So if he...
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I didn't think about the mental.
Prone to, like, violence as much as Homelander would, and I feel like that would just give him the slight edge. So...
That is true. I didn't consider that.
I feel like you can make...
I'll tell you what, though, I am...
But, yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you there. I'm going to stick to my gun. Kiss my ass.
So this one, we got the crew from Animator versus Animation. The 3 main people. Kind of. This one's a villain, whatever. And then we got the Henry Stickmin crew. Alright? No, you are dead correct. Dude, I think this guy alone solos all 3. Probably actually any of these 3 alone solos all 3 of these. I'm gonna be honest with you.
This material here. What I said was the Animator versus Animation. I said that. That was technically wrong, but I mean, I don't know. My reasoning was, I mean, from my memory, it seemed like I can't even bullshit my way out of this one. I don't really know, but I don't know. I just remember, this is a little bit off topic. I remember watching those videos as a kid, and I love how clever they are. Obviously, the animation's good, but I love how clever, like, he used everything in his computer to, like, serve as a weapon in some way. I thought that shit was super cool.
Also, like, a lot of discussion online. Flash versus Sonic. I feel like if you really think about it, it's not that hard, but, you know, they're 2 speedsters, so.
I am going to say Sonic.
Clearly, you don't know comics. Flash solos completely here.
Really?
Have you ever heard of Flashpoint, like the comic series?
No, what is that?
Basically, Barry's mom, that might be part of his origin story. Barry's mom dies or whatever, but he goes back in time to stop it. So he spins around the world fast enough to, like, go back in time. He changes it, but then when he goes back to the future, haha, funny. When he goes back to the future, everything's different, and he's the only person that knows that something's off here. The Reverse Flash, it was me, Barry, That was based off Flashpoint. It's edited, obviously, because they weren't talking about Barry with women. But in the actual like version of that clip, like if you watch it from the TV show, which is Flashpoint, he's basically saying, "I didn't cause any of this. You caused this by going back in time. You caused this by changing the whole timeline." And it's a really good scene. But yeah, Flash solos.
Flash versus Sonic. Again, I was wrong in this one. I'm going to take the L here. I'm going to admit that I was wrong. What I didn't remember was like all the Flashpoint shit. I mean, I remember hearing about it, but I haven't heard about it in so long. But my reasoning was that, Sonic is a cartoon character, so obviously going to be, a lot, not cartoon, video game. You know what I mean? My point is, I thought he was going to be a lot stronger just for the reason that he wasn't as grounded as the DC superheroes. Thing is, I totally forgot how batshit insane the DC superheroes are. Like, I forgot really how strong Superman is, So, for that reason, I'm gonna take the L here. But I mean, yeah, I can totally understand why Flash would take that one. I'm gonna take the L.
Alright, next up, we have a fun one. We got Vigilante versus Punisher. This is strictly the show's Vigilante, because in the comics he has a healing factor. He does not in the show, so... because he complains about his pinky toe like half the season 1. Punisher's character is, I'm not sure if we know much about it, but he's like, anybody who commits a crime, they're dead. Doesn't matter how low of a crime it is, it could be jaywalking, he's gonna gun them down. Vigilante, yeah, he only tries to kill good or bad people. He did say in episode 1 that they have fucked up sometimes.
I am going to say Vigilante on this one.
So from what I read, it's not as close as it seems, but it's still decently close. The answer is actually Punisher, Frank Castle. I think just the reasoning is he's more determined than Vigilante to like actually take down people. Because if you remember, from like episode 3 when they had to like shoot the kids, and remember Peacemaker froze, and he's like, "I'll do it," and he was like being like over the top with it, and
Yeah, that was the exact thing that kind of came to mind. How we just like mindlessly just did it.
He wouldn't hesitate or like, even make jokes out of it. He would just shoot him, just plain sight, like bang, 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 bang. Happened in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's it. He would just like take it more as a joke, where he would just be more serious about it. Maybe that's the logic.
Vigilante versus Punisher. I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I know more about Vigilante than Punisher, so I guess I'm just kind of just more favored to go for Vigilante anyway. Just he's such a funny character, and his actor is great. But I just thought that Vigilante just is kind of. I know both these guys pretty much like batshit insane, have like little empathy for people. But from what I know about Punisher, what I know about Vigilante, I just think that Vigilante's got less holding them back. I can picture that one scene in Peacemaker. I'm forgetting which episode it was. It's been a minute since I watched it, but I remember there was one time where there was this family. They were like secretly aliens, right? But they were disguised as humans. And it was Peacemaker's job to like have a sniper, and he was supposed to shoot the parents and the kid, because it was a family of 3. It was 2 parents and it was 1 kid. Peacemaker was told to eliminate them. He couldn't do it. I remember Vigilante just fucking taking the gun and just no issue. Buckshot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns here. Brett, again, kiss my ass.
Oh, this one's a fun one. So we have Cypher versus Flowey. I wanted to put Omega Flowey or Asgore, so keep that in mind. I just didn't know if you'd recognize that, so.
I'm gonna say Bill for this one.
It is Bill. The most he can do is alter human souls, and Bill's not human.
We got Bill, Cypher, and Flowey. I was right on this one. I'm not really too familiar with either of these. I mean, I never watched Gravity Falls growing up, but I remember, just seeing shit about it. I've never played all the way through Undertale. I mean, I've played it, but I don't own the game myself, so I haven't gone that far into it, but I know that Flowey, at the end of the game does some real powerful shit. Like, I know he turns to like that thing with like the computer TV head, and he's got like these fucking vine arms and shit, and that's like that one of the final bosses of the game. But I was right in this one. I said Bill Cypher, and again, I don't really know much about him, but I said Bill Cypher because I remember one of the last episodes, might even be the last, I don't really know, But there's this thing called Weird Mageddon. I remember that. I remember he like totally like fucked up. I don't know if it was just the town or if it was the entire world. I don't know how that works. But I remember Bill Cipher just, the Weird Mageddon. That's what it was called. I remember him just like distorting everything, making all the shit look weird. And I don't really think Flowey had that sort of power, Also, I remember just Bill Cipher. I mean, it's like making a deal with the devil. I remember seeing scenes of just the handshaking. So I was right here. Good to know.
This one. So before you answer, think about this. Okay, if you remember in our D&D, one of the attacks I did against you guys was I threw a Macargo at you. Pokedex entry stated that he is 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit and he can instantly evaporate water, just like with it being in like a 10-foot radius of him or something like that.
Alright, I don't even have to think about it. I'm gonna go with that one.
Hold on, I'm not gonna say what Gardevoir has, but Gardevoir has something on the same level as that.
I'm gonna go with my gut here. I'm gonna say the first one. Or the one on the left.
Macargo? That is incorrect. It's Gardevoir. So, Macargo, like you see here, it isn't actually like this in the games because obviously, the player would die. But, his Pokedex entry, this is what would happen. Any place he would touch, if he just like spawned in, right, like Minecraft, instantly, like everything burning there. Here, hold on, I'll show you even the full thing. He burned it off a Torchic. Gardevoir has the ability to summon black holes, and not like nerfed ones, like actual full-on black holes. If there was a black hole next to us that was even an inch in diameter, we're dead instantly. Yeah, so a bit. Now that I think about it, isn't as fair, but these are still like two very insane things for Pokemon to have. The dev team definitely did not think about. They're like, oh, let's put this in the Pokedex because it'll be funny.
I don't really know too much about either of these Pokemon. I was fighting the urge to make a distasteful joke about Gardevoir. I didn't. I'm a better man now. I'm more mature. So I didn't make a joke. You were welcome. Yeah, I was wrong here. I'll take the L. I'm going to take the L on this one. I was misinformed. Yeah. I'll take the L here.
Last one's here. So first up we got Mr. Incredible versus Captain America. Before you say anything, this is one where you convinced me your answer because it was literally split like 50-50 whenever I looked up research for this. So if you can like convince me to your answer if it's the other one, I'll believe you.
I'm gonna say the one on the left.
Mr. Incredible, why?
Yep. I don't even have to think that much about it. I mean, it was actually what I was saying earlier about how the Marvel stuff has to be more grounded, right? Like, has to be more realistic.
You're wrong in that answer.
I know, but I'm still gonna stick with it.
Okay. Most people.
And I feel like you just throughout the thing, I've seen. Well, no, I've already seen the answer. So
yeah. So most people will agree that without Cap's shield, he's getting killed. The answer applies with if Captain America has a shield, how much damage it's gonna do to him. Because think about this. He's a super soldier, right? Looking at military terms, that's literally like basically the equivalent to him having a bomb on him and just not dying from it every second. Think about that strength throwing a 20-pound metal shield. It's supposedly light, but still, that's a metal shield coming straight for your head. Like regardless of being strong and like lifting up trains and stuff, that would do some damage.
This is hard, but I'm going to say Mr. Incredible for the reason of cartoon logic, right? It was going back to what I said, I think in that Flash and Sonic round is where I first said it. Just you've got the cartoon logic versus the more grounded, realistic, which I shouldn't be calling it a cartoon. It's a 3D animation. Sounds like I'm 50 years older than I actually am, but yeah. I'm going to stick to my guns here. I'm going to say Mr. Incredible just for the reason that I just think, yeah, it's just the cartoon logic. You can't argue with the cartoon logic. Come on, you can't.
This is the final round, I believe. No, there's one more after this. There's one more after this, alright? Steve Minecraft, who is the strongest gaming character of all time, if you can see how much he can, like, lift, physically, I guess, versus Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Yeah, didn't Game Theory do a thing on that?
Yeah, basically, if you have a bunch of shulker boxes with 64 stacks of diamonds in each of them, then your full inventory is like full of struggle boxes. It's like insane.
Yeah, I don't even think about it. I'm gonna say the Steve here. I mean, what does Shaggy even have going for him?
Ultra Instinct Shaggy can restart worlds, bring characters back from the dead, and just live forever.
What? Hold on, what?
Shaggy wins.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Oh,
this.
I haven't even thought about that in a while. I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, no, so I'm not sure if it was just people memeing, but
Yeah, I know that's what it was.
I made a specific Ultra Instinct Shaggy with the blue flames to the bottom, because if I just did normal Shaggy, Steve would probably win that. Because people were like, Shaggy versus Steve isn't even close. Shaggy would kill like 3 million times over. I'm like, actual Shaggy, or are you talking about the meme version? So I just made it.
I think if we're gonna say the meme one, it's gonna be the strongest on this whole list.
Honestly, probably. You're not wrong, I don't think. I should have done Ultra Instinct Shaggy versus Goku, because I feel like there's actually been like legitimately discussions about that. That could be an interesting one. Oh, well.
Is there even like a widespread like consensus on what Ultimate Shaggy is, or is it just he beats everything?
No fucking clue. I'm terrified to look into it because I feel like people will just be like mean about it. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But next up, this is the final answer, and keep in mind I made this quiz, but I'm also very humble. Lil Tippy versus Brett.
Listen, alright? I don't want to hurt your feelings here, right?
Okay.
That being said, Tippy takes it.
Okay.
No challenge.
What physical actions has Lil Tippy made? Okay. He's made a song. That's it. I can actually lift dumbbells. Okay.
I got 2 words for you. You ready? Brett Bible.
Dude, I was literally stronger than Lil Tippy in that. I killed Lil Tippy. I killed you.
Wait, did you?
Yes, and the story. Well, technically, the story ended with Thomas winning. But I killed Lil Tippy. I slaughtered him in that.
I forgot that. I'm gonna be honest. I thought.
Do you want to change your answer?
All right. I'm gonna change my answer.
Brett is the best. That is the moral of this. Subscribe.
So humble.
So humble.
All right, so Brett is just a narcissistic little freak, is what I'm getting here. He thinks he can, waltz his way through everything. He thinks he's better than everyone. The thing is, the reason why Lil Tippy, ultimately wouldn't win this one, right? Well, first of all, he did technically die in the Brett Bible, which I'm not even going to explain to you guys what the hell that is. But yeah, ultimately, the reason why Lil Tippy would lose this one is because, Lil Tippy is just... He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't kill. If it came down to that, Lil Tippy, for the good of the world, would be willing to put down his life, But in his death... Yeah, it's like Obi-Wan, It's like Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan lets Vader strike him down. And that's ultimately what's going to happen here. Because he's just... The thing about Brett, right? It's just that Brett is this... Essentially, he's a sewer rat, right? I mean, that's the thing about Brett. I mean, everyone knows it. He's just this sewer rat, street dog of a person. He's going to take the scraps with no honor, no dignity, right? So, I mean, that's the thing, Lil Tippy, is a man that would never, there's absolutely no reason why he would, engage in this unnecessary violence, Brett, I just got to say, I'm sorry for you, man. I'm sorry that, you think that's what makes you strong. By, hitting me when I'm already down. You got to have Lil Tippy die in this one, which ultimately is canonically correct according to the Brett Bible. Which again, not gonna explain the Brett Bible, but yeah, Brett, you were just pathetic, and I'm sorry for you.
Hey, buddy, it's St. Patrick's Day. You're not wearing green.
Dude! Why the hell would you pinch me? I'm wearing green, motherfucker!